Hello, this is Carlos, and today I'm going to be talking about body awareness drill skills a rower should have, or I believe needs to have, in order to be able to produce good speed on the water, to put all his physiology, all his training into making the boat go fast. This video is going to have two parts. The first one, I'm going to try to explain the skills that I think we need to have on our hands. The hands grips to the oar, I'm going to be talking about that, and then the connection of the hand with the oar all the way to the frame, the body. And then on the second part of the video, what I'm going to do is then go into skills that are more about the whole body. Obviously the grip or the handle of the oar and the connection to my frame is part of these build pictures, and I'm going to be moving my whole body, and I'm going to be talking about the skills of moving that body with rhythm and with speed and with coordination and with ratio. The hands in rowing are a key part. People talk about hands, but maybe not enough, or we should try to explain better to the athletes we coach the role they play. The hands connect to the oar, and the oar, the grip, is the more key part to connect to the water, which is what is going to move the boat. So my hand, which are fingers and are going to hold the oar here, has a wrist here, has an elbow, has my shoulder, and then my frame comes here. So the whole movement of the hand, that wrist, those fingers, that wrist, that elbow, up and down, that movement, that rotation is going to be key in how I place the oar, how I grip the water, how I connect into my body to be able to leverage. So the first thing is I'm going to place my hand into the grip here, and then I'm going to feel comfortable. Over time, when I get used to that, I'm building little by little all the nerves and all the little muscles on my arm, and I'm building an arm that is a rowing arm, specific to holding to that grip and to be able to connect to my frame. So now let's picture that you are in the water in a double, and then your partner is balancing the boat, and you're there, the coach is on the motorboat, and you have the oars, and you're going to be playing a little with the progression I talked. The first thing I want you to do is you put your hand on the oar, and then the oar will be on the water, locked in, and then you're going to start understanding, where the oar should place in relationship on your finger. You're going to wrap your hand around the oar. You're going to be aware of the use of the thumb, and then the first thing is I want you to understand that the hand is a hook, and you're going to start thinking about that wrist here, that elbow. So then it's going to connect the wrist, the elbow with the movement of the shoulder. So one thing that is key important here is, in order to be able to load the oar well to my frame, we need to engage our lat. And here is where I'm going, how you position your wrist. So what I would like you to do on the water is grip, get the oar firm on the water, and then start playing with the position on the wrist with the elbow out, elbow down, breaking a little your arm, and see where you feel the more traction from the oar, from the handle, into your lat, into your frame. So the key thing here is to connect that handle, that grip into the water, into your frame in a way that you are engaging your frame. You are totally suspended, you are feeling strong, and you are totally connected. So you want to start being more aware of that position of your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. So the way we grip the oar, the way we evolve to develop our arm, and the way we evolve to connect to the blade is going to be key in our process of developing as a rower. So I get a lot of rowers that I start coaching that they have a bad grip, they have the wrong position of the wrist or the elbow, they are connecting wrong with the lats. And it's very difficult to get them away from that because they're already used to grab the water and to move the boat by doing that rear movement, and they need to relearn the process. So remember, every time you grip the oar, where you position your wrist and your arm, it's going to build slowly your arm, and it's going to build all those nerves and all those muscles to produce that connection from hand to frame. If you start doing it right away, that's going to help you on the long process. So on the second part of the video, what I'm going to be talking now is about my whole body skill, my whole body awareness to the movement of rowing, and then how we can control the rowing movement. So what I want to do is a series of progression. I don't have the handle in my hand. And then now, obviously, like what we were talking about, the grip on the arm is going to be part of this whole system. And I would like you to do that on the water. You know, people are balancing the boat, and you do it with 6 rowers out of an 8, or the stern pair, or the guy on the stern in a double, whatever you choose, and you take the oars away. So the first thing that I would like you to do is you're going to start doing just legs only. And then you're going to obviously like do it like thinking that you are rowing. You can even close your eyes. That progression will be legs only. Then we'll add body. So you'll make the body move with the legs, like. So you use the body swing in a coordinated way to build speed with the legs. And then the last part of that progression will be the whole rowing cycle. We're going to add the arms. So that gets more complicated. So I'll start from the release, and then I'll start rowing like if I was on my single or on a double. So as you can see here, my hands are doing, my elbows, my hands are doing the movement, and everything is happening as if I had the handle, but I'm just doing it by myself. The movement is in my body. So that second progression I'm going to do again is a different one, and what I want you to see is how I have rhythm, I have ratio, and I'm feeling I'm rowing, and I don't have the oar. So really the movement is in my body, and even like the way I send my hand, the way I kind of grip, I connect to the oar, and I kind of generate some impulse, okay? So I want you to pay attention to that. So the next progression is I'm going to start just with one arm, with my left arm. Then I'm going to transition to the other one. Boom. Okay, now I'm transitioning to arms only. I'm going to add arms body from the release. Okay, I'm going to go half slide from the release. Okay, full slide from the release. Okay, so this third progression is going to be the arrival and the connection, how I grab it and I generate the impulse. So think about how much I have it on my body. Okay, and it's going to have 3 parts. So the first one is just the front. The second one a little longer. And the third one a little longer. So you see I have core, I have engagement, I send my arms. It really, I mean, it's difficult because I'm not taking anything with me, but I really picture the movement is in my body. On the fourth one, I'm going to be talking about the speed of the slide, and I'm going to have 4 different examples how we can teach the use of this time on the recovery on the slide to our rowers. The first one is going to be slow to the catch and fast rebound. Boom. 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 The second one is going to be with some pause at the finish and rushing to the catch. The third one, I'm going to try to rebound and rush to the catch and be slow in the middle, okay? Okay? And the last one, I'm just going to be natural and neutral. So when you're coaching your athletes how to use the speed of the slide, a good way to do it is with no handle, and they all learn how to use that speed of the recovery of their mass together, so they know they need to rebound fast, or you want them slow in the middle, or you want them letting their body free into the catch, and they can practice with no handle. In this last progression, we're going to teach the rowers to produce speed on the boat, to do a builder, or even to practice a star with no handle, to move their body together and to just have that kind of like sequence of movements on their body totally interact. So for example, if I want to do a builder, I'll start rowing normal in 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so trying to keep the ratio and trying to keep everything coordinated. So you can say, we build for 5, we stride, we make a move at 5, and they can practice and they can just always have the rhythm of the ratio. The other thing is we can practice a star, and I'm going to do a star, with no handle. I'm going to do 5 and 5. So I'm going to be at the start position, and think about like we have few RP3 connected, we need to move together, all the frames are connected, or in a boat, you see the bodies moving together enough from the motorboat. So, attention boats, ready, go. Okay, I think now with all these progressions I'm showing you and the possibility to learn about the grip, the position of your wrist, your hand, and also moving your body with no handle and being able to flow your body and with the movement of the slide, I think you can now practice with your athletes that. And if they look robotic or they cannot do the movement yet, understand that it's a process and it takes years and thousands of repetitions to interiorize the movement in your body. But what is very important that they understand and you understand is that the oar is a tool to move the boat. The oar doesn't guide our movements. The movements needs to be in our body, and then our body needs to flow alone. And then you give me the oar, and then I can move the boat. But I don't move because I have the oar. This is Ben Carlos. Thank you for watching.